Am I live or not live? The $1 million question whenever we look at these videos. I think I am live. All right. It appears I am live. Okay. Hey, it's Wednesday night. This was unannounced. I have masks to test. I've been very busy doing a lot of media interviews, trying to collect, just have a little vacation. But I'm back to test more masks. And I'm mic'd up, so hopefully you can all hear me okay. If you guys can't hear me, just let me know in the comments. I'll keep an eye on them. So yeah, back to do some mask tests today. Today's tests will include some fun ones, some boring ones, and but most importantly why I'm doing it is actually that someone had sent a bunch of kid masks for our school district. So those are what we're going to test first tonight. Those are what we care about the most. So anyways, as usual, for those that... I'm opening a box here, but for those that are new to the channel, these live streams are just for data transparency. So I am all about data transparency. You shouldn't trust people you see on the internet. So I'm just going to prep some masks while I talk because I'm going to be multitasking because I'm going to try to get this done fairly quickly tonight. But yeah, so we're going to test some masks from some kids that were given out. I want to make sure they're legit. I kind of have a feeling that they're fake. Maybe I'm going to be wrong. But my gut tells me that they're not real, and this makes me very nervous. So I got them. I had them actually on Tuesday. I got them on Saturday, or they came on Saturday. I was on vacation. I took a last-minute vacation idea just to head up north and spend some time with my son and my wife and her family, and just get away from a little bit. But take advantage of nice weather when you have it. That's a common theme in Minnesota. Anyway, so I need to test those to let them know, and I was kind of looking at them a little closer, and I fear that they're probably not real. So that's yeah. Yep, not really excited about that. All right, so here we go. These all came from a very nice person. I won't name them. I believe this is all out of Maryland. Yeah, so MCPS. I'm assuming that's Maryland. I don't know what MCPS. What school district is that? It must be a school district. Anyways, these are some masks that they gave to the kids. So I just want to make sure that they're both the same. They do, oh, no, they are the same mask. Yeah, these things are probably not real. All right, okay. Got what I need. I'm prepped over here. Just getting it all set up. Like I said, this live stream is not for, this is for the true mask nerds that just want to see how I got the data. As always, link in the description is to the data that I'll be working on today. All right, we'll kick it off. So you can usually see the counter up in the upper right corner, or the plot of the counter in the upper left corner of your screen. I'm going to connect a HEPA filter to it right now. So we're going to watch that concentration plummet down. I want to make sure I'm going to zero check my CPC. I didn't do it last live stream because I didn't have my HEPA module there, but there we go. So concentration goes to 0. I want to make sure that my counter is actually correct. Montgomery County Public Schools. So someone knew what that school district is. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. And it's dark in here, and this is the best light I got. I apologize. This is a dimly lit bathroom, so hopefully things. So 0 counter is good. I am not seeing any counts here. I'm showing 0 counts, 0.00. That's awesome. So system is good in terms of that. We'll open it back up. So that means that my 0 count check. Now I got my microphone and tubing all mixed together here because I was being hasty. Haste makes waste. As one, a very annoying, not really annoying engineer. He's a good guy, but he can be annoying sometimes. Okay, so we get that going. So as usual, we're going to use the same thing. So 16% sodium chloride solution in a TSI, what is it, 8026? I never remember the number. Yep, 8026 atomizer. Gives us around a 64 nanometer count median diameter aerosol. I do a total inward leakage test. I'm going to measure the concentration in the room. I'm going to generate a bunch of aerosol, fill the room up with the aerosol, and then I'm going to measure the concentration outside. I'm going to don the mask and measure the concentration inside the mask. Now, I'm always going to do my control mask because my test standard is kind of atypical in some ways, meaning that I do things that are, how did I get this trapped in there? My test standard is, it's not like a standard NIOSH mask test where they're actually testing the light mask. I test it as worn, so I always want to make sure that my test data is at least consistent. It's not always perfectly calibrated to the exact, how did I do this, filtration efficiency? Somehow I got this thing stuck on here. I'm just gonna, my mask fitter here, somehow I somehow got it like stuck onto the N95. There we go. All right. So I have some control masks that I use in every test that I've used since the very beginning. I hope that they don't die because I'll have to buy some more of, I don't have a ton of these Moldex N100s. They're kind of hard to find. Maybe they're a little easier to find now. When I started a year and a half ago, that was a very hard thing to find. Luckily, I found one as a control. Okay, so we're good there. I'm just trying to get the microphone so it's not touching stuff. All right, so we are at a pretty good concentration, so I'm gonna turn on my aerosol generator. Go ahead and bring the concentration up to about 20,000 particles per cc. You're gonna hear that turn on in the background. And you're gonna watch that concentration start to come up. So that big vertical spike is because I forgot to turn on the fan, so now I have a fan that mixes this room, so we're going to fill this room with some aerosol and then let it mix up, and it'll take a few minutes to kind of get well mixed, but it will happen. Get to 20,000 particles per cc, I'll don the first mask, the Moldex N100 control. And then what's next is the N95 8210 that I've been using for like a year and a half, and then we'll use that Air Queen Nano, which typically comes in around 89%. Been slowly falling over time. It's like 90, 89, 88. So over the last year and a half, it's slowly starting to lose some filtration efficiency. Oh, I gotta close my door. There we go. Ah! I'm dropping stuff. I'm a goofball. All right. Someone had asked, while I wait for this concentration to come up, can you explain what's the difference in pascals and how you test breathability is? I actually have a whole video about how I test breathability. It's with the mask fitting video. If you find one of my videos where I talk about the mask fitter, I talk about how I measure pressure drop in that video. So I have a an interesting mechanism. I had Aaron 2.0, which is a vacuum-based system. You'll see some test data for Aaron 2.0. So that is a mannequin head that I pull vacuum on to simulate a breathing of me, and then it's my face. So in general, or in theory, it should work pretty well to like, for the same mask that fit well to me in the original test, it should fit well for me in that. And then I have my timed breathing test where I basically pull a quarter inch of water as I breathe in the mask. As I breathe in, the pressure gauge will go up to a quarter inch of water, and then I time how long until my lungs completely fill. So it's one of those another tests that only works. It's based on the calibration of my lungs. So I always have a couple control masks in there. But basically that's kind of how the test works. And then I convert it to my old measurement, which was a different kind of much crappier method. So my data, all the data is there about how I got to the numbers. If you look in the spreadsheet, you'll always see how I got the numbers, but those are kind of those three breathability measurements. But in general, what I found is that my data is pretty consistent between Aaron 2.0 and the timed breathing test at resolving which mask is easier to breathe in. Sorry, I got a little bit of a runny nose here. And I've done multiple COVID tests over the last few days for a lot of reasons. And I do not have COVID. But yeah, so you never know, It's like, geez, it's everywhere. People are not getting knocked down everywhere. But this is just I always get a runny nose when I do these tests because I pinch my nose, and I think of the salt aerosol probably aggregates it. All right. I do see someone in here that I got to shout out, Jay Van Sickle. I bet you that's a Jordan Van Sickle, a young software guy that I used to know, but then he left me high and dry to manage my own software problems and woes. I hope life's good for him. I haven't seen him in a while. He's a good guy. All right. Lots of questions out there, but I won't be able to get to them all. So we are going to jump into the data section. Hey, you think I'd be ready for this, given that I do this all the time? Oh, here it is. Go all the way to the dial. I've got 73 people. Hopefully everyone's been getting. I'm not sure what the limit is on the max number of people that are going to be in a Google Sheet at a time. No one really, some people cared, only really heavy math nerds cared about this for a while, but now it's kind of getting more popular, and I'm not sure if we're starting to tap out on the number of people that can be working in this workbook simultaneously. If you had trouble with it, let me know. Then I know that I need to figure out some other mechanism to use this thing. All right, so we're going to take the 20-second concentration average, so it's 1.87 e to the 4. Okay, I'm going to hook it up to the mask. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the mask for our N100 control, and we're basically going to expect to see about 99% particles removed by this mask, 99.9 and some change. Watch that concentration plummet. Now I do have to stop talking, because when I talk, I generate aerosol. right, they call it there at 2.094. 2 particles. 2 particles per cc. Pretty dang good. Gotta love those N100s. All right. This is way more fun than it sounds. Nick Seabright, you are a glutton for punishment. All right, let's see what that concentration stabilizes at. I always do a pre and post wiring because the concentration in this room is going to fall off over time. Particles are going to begin to agglomerate and stick together, forming larger particles. We'll have reduction in concentration just associated with leakage in the room. So this room does have some natural ventilation happening all the time. And so we try to account for that. So 1.534 e to the 4. 1.534 e to the 4. All right, so there we go. We got a 99.99 on the Mold-Wax 100. Let's go ahead and use the N95 or my 3M. I don't know what I ever put on the 3M. 8210 N95 control. I don't always use the same word all the time, but this is a NIOSH N95. It's cup style. It's going to be as worn. It's white. It's head strap, and then we'll get it started. Now let's see how we do on that one today. Stabilize pretty good. So 1.648 e to the 4. 1.648 e to the 4. Go ahead and don the mask. I'm not sure how long this mask will last for. It's giving me a long life, but I don't know if it's going to last forever. The tubes here is kind of wobbling around on the ground. All right, stabilized at 107, 108, 107. .35 today. What did I get in the past? Yeah, 99.9. So that's pretty average. All right, well, that's pretty good. Let's pop this baby off. We'll get the next mask ready to go, and then we're gonna do all these school masks first. So we got school masks. We got some fun masks. Actually, some really interesting masks. We got the Air Pop. The person that runs Air Pop headset. He's a mask nerd. An OG mask nerd. He was doing this before I even thought about it. We got Air Pop. We got Evolve Together. I can tell you right now, poor breathability. We'll see how the filtration data looks, but really crappy breathability. What else do we got in here? Oh, and my favorite. Oh, that's going to be a real fun one tonight. I see them advertised everywhere. They're an expensive mask. I paid out of the pocket for this, and it is not cheap. The Synovia virus-killing super mask. It's as good as an N95. It kills 99%. It's garbage. I can pretty much guarantee without testing it, it will not test well. It's going to be a cloth mask level, which goes to highlight, if they advertise a lot about how great their mask is, it's like mask performance is inversely proportional to the amount of advertising spent and how much they claim it's great. That's what I found over and over again. So anyways, we'll test that one too today. We got a quick one. I gotta fly through these, so I want to go to bed tonight because I got tons of stuff to do. Oops, let's not go up there and change cells up there. It should also be yelling at me not to change cells. Oh, I guess I'm the only person back on this. So this is a boat shape. It's as worn. It's white. It's ear loop. And we are off in 1.484 e to the 4. Hopefully I don't have a call tonight. I don't think I do. Someone texted me. I just want to see if it's something I need to reply. Oh. That was my friend Jordan texting me. What a nice guy. Ah. All right, let's get this thing tightened up. All right, they called it 1791. 1791. Yeah, so I feel like this thing is slowly over time dying. I see that in the data. It's like it's just slowly over time drifting down. I'm guessing like the number of times this nano filter media probably starts to get little holes in it every time you put it on and take it off. So, I mean, I've been using the same mask for. It's got to be over a year, so it's slowly starting to lose its performance. But it's good because I want to make sure that I get some data that's kind of two places in the range of data. Give it a second here to stabilize. All right, 1.540 e to the 4. So yeah, we ended up at 88.15. So that's about normal. I normally was getting 99%, but I've been noticing that it's kind of sorry, I have to answer this message. 4 packs of 8. Sorry, I was distracted there. I had to respond to a text message because I am helping our school set up masks for kids. And yeah, I didn't ever expect, well, I've been doing it since September. Not too many people cared in September, but now everyone cares. So we set up these free giveaway masks to everyone in the school that wants them. And we had more, I think, like, I don't know how many masks. I want to say like 700 masks were gone in 20 minutes. And the little Google Doc that I set up to do this Google form totally kind of, I didn't think I'd ever get that much simultaneous activity. I didn't think about that. So I ended up being short some masks for some students. So we were just trying to take from my own supply to give to them. It's just like, so not just testing masks. Sometimes we're donating to schools, putting HEPAs in. So I'm always busy. So sometimes that's why I haven't been able to make any good videos in a while. I feel like I'm pulled 100 different ways at the same time. I don't know how to be successful at everything. All right, so first up is I'm just going to write the note that I have on. So this is a mask I'm just going to write today's date. So let's see, this was MCPS, sent home with my kid. Sent home to kid. It's a KN95. There's no packaging information. So it's KN95 rated. It's a bifold. It's going to be as worn. And it's white in ear loops. Okay, so let's do this thing. So it's just your standard generic KN95. Let's see if it's real. I honestly don't think it is. I'm a little worried that it's fake, and we're going to find out here in a second. And if it is fake, then I'm very worried. I see Sappy Sally says, has anyone tried buying masks lately? Everyone's sold out. Yes, everyone is sold out. It affects me too, because that's why I'm like trying to get more masks for the schools. It's like I can't buy anything because everything's sold out. And if you try to even buy anything in volume, everyone's trying to do it, man. It is crazy. I mean, it's a good problem, right? The problem is that everyone needs masks. We've been talking about it for a long time, so I'm excited that people care. All right, we're gonna let this stabilize here at 1.084 e⁴. Okay, here we go. I'm really nervous this is gonna be fake, because then there's kids that are wearing this thing and it doesn't do anything. So here we go. Ear loops are too short or too long. Oh shit. It's fake. Shit. Oh man. They just gave a bunch of fake face masks to kids. All right, let's get the number. We'll do fix the mask because people are going to ask. People, vet your suppliers. Don't just buy random shit on Amazon or, oh man. Okay. This sucks. Okay, I'll do that after this. I'll get those tests done and we'll do fix the mask. Let me make sure I get it all tight against my face so that I feel like the ear loops could be a little tighter, but we'll leave it from now. I don't have my head. We'll just do it as worn and then I'll fix it and we'll make it tighter. It's a fake mask. All right, call there 2028. God. 81%. Oh, man. That sucks. It's not that, I mean, normally I would just not care and laugh because it's Amazon, but like, oh, man, these are, you might hear the microphone make some noise here. I'm sorry in advance. I'll try not to brush the microphone, but you might hear it when I put this on. All right, well, that's cool. Just checking to make sure that's all sorted. Well. Yeah. So we'll just double check to prove that it was not like a face seal issue. We'll do this with fix the mask. Plus fix the mask. So for those that don't know, I'll basically put this on and fix the mask, seals the mask to my face, so that there's no issue associated with like it's just like a leakage issue. Because sometimes I can have when you get to really high filtration efficiencies. Oh shit! I'll pull it on the mask a little harder to make sure. Yeah, there's nothing. It's fine. What can happen is that with really high filtration efficiencies, you can get a little tiny leak. It's like imperceivable to yourself. You like can't tell that you have a leak. It just feels normal, but it actually is leaking maybe a couple percent. And so some people are going to correctly ask, well, how do I know in your test, Aaron? How do I know that it wasn't just a face leak and the filter media is good? Now, in a mask like this, I can tell you right now it's fake. But we'll fix the mask just to make sure, and then we'll move on to the next mask. But yeah, this sucks. All right, color 2244. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm a dingus. We'll have to start this again. Sorry, I forgot to take the upstream concentration. I was not paying attention. My apologies. What do we got to do in here while I wait for that to stabilize? We got given to a teacher. Mask given to a para-educator. Oh yeah, we got a happy mask. Kid size. We'll see if I can test it. And then this is actually one that's packaged, so maybe that's more likely to be legit. But the rest of these are garbage. All right. Oh, 1.0. Let's see, what do we got? Waiting for the concentration to stabilize. 1.017 e to the 4. 1.017 e to the 4. I punched the port on the wrong side. I normally always punch it on the left side of the mask, so I'm throwing myself off here, my mask punching. All right, color 2016. Yep, so that's a fake. Nice job. Way to give our kids fake masks. People are trying to do it right, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Which way do you look at it? Do you look at it that they're trying to be nice and do it right? They just didn't know what to do? Or are they being idiots? All right, next up, we'll do the next one in the pack. So this was given to an MC. So I'll just put the note on the paper. So there was a picture sent of the packaging that I need to chase down. They emailed it to me. So this is a MC. We'll just say it's a MCPS teacher mask 1/11/2022. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to this earlier. I might just do the fix the mask right away. Let's see if it... I can pretty much tell if it's legit just by the feel of the mask. This is a fake one as well. Yeah, this is going to be a fake one. We'll just do fix the mask. It's a fake. So we got teachers out there wearing these things. Jesus. Sorry. For those that are religious, I'm not, but I can understand why that might upset you. But just really sad that we're... Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Almost dropped it there. Normally, I punch these all offline, but I just did not have a chance tonight to do that, so we'll just do it. We'll do it live. Okay. Go ahead and don the mask. Put the apparatus on. Yeah, it's fake. How do I know it's fake? It's way too easy to breathe in. Good nose wire. Good for them for putting a nose wire, but they're definitely a fake mask. Plus. So this is, again, these are just generic KF94s, or K95, sorry, with no 1.006 e to the 4. Got to generate more aerosol after this test because we're below 10,000. All right, call it there at 331. Well, it's better, 96%. It has the same feel as that other mask. I don't know if they're exactly the same or not. But the quality control is all over the place. There's actually 2 in that bag. I don't know if I need to test the second mask. I'll have to label them then. I didn't bring my stuff in here. We'll move on to the next mask. Oh shoot, I forgot to do concentration upstairs. We'll just leave it off. I don't know if you're getting, if this fix the mask is hitting the mic there. Maybe I'm going to move this mic down a little bit, sorry. I'm going to move the mic down just a little bit so you guys don't hear the fix the mask brushing against it there. All right, 7916. Way too low, but let's we'll kick the generator back up. 96%, I guess that's not terrible. So that's not too bad. But definitely we got one fake out of the back, which is telling me right away that you don't know what they got. So we got the next one here. So this is given to a para-educator. Now this is a different mask. It at least has the statement of who made it. Let's see. Yeah, this might be real. It's got some melt blowing in it. We'll see how good it is. But particle easy. All right, someone did ask me, when are you going to make those next short videos? I mean, when I have time. So I just have been very busy the last couple weeks or so. So let's do this one next. So this is MCPS Para Educator. I'll put up the notes. They did send me the lot card. Where do I put that at? Oh, here it is. I got the lot. I got the ID card with it. It is. Oh, of course, it's the Shenzhen Aoidi Tech Co. Limited Plus Fix the Mask. Now this one is actually a proper K95 because they actually had the labeling correct. Lloyd talks about that a lot. Someone I saw in there had said, have you watched the other one where they tested the LG air washer that it had poor breathability? I got a little bit of a fun, it's only a fun beef with Lloyd. I think Lloyd's pressure drop measurements, either he had a fake mask or a junk mask, or I suspect that his pressure drop measurement is not accurate. I have some data where I compare all the masks that he tested. I had bought, actually Lloyd had sent me a bunch of the armrest masks as well as other masks that he has tested, and I tested in both my rigs. In two different tests, I have nice, good linear correlation between the two different test methods, but with zero correlation to Lloyd's data, so I suspect that his pressure drop is off. The LG air washer is a good mask, especially if it comes out of South Korea. Like every KF94 has been very breathable. I think there's a problem with the way that he does the test for the pressure drop. 2.488 e to the 4. So why am I doing fix the mask on all these? Because I'm trying to characterize if the mask is real or not. I'm not really interested in characterizing how well this random KN95 fits my face. Oh, come on. Go down. Shit, another fake one. Okay. These are bunk masks. All right, call there 2906. Ay, 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 ay. These are bunk. All right, well, that sucks. The person I was texting the person that, or actually messaging the person that sent me these masks. And check that out. The stick-on, oh my goodness, the stick-on nose clip is like totally junk. It's not glued down at all. Oh man, this is no good. I'm not sure who sent me these ones, but we'll be testing more masks in a second here. All right. Oh man, my nose gets all plugged up whenever I do this for too long. I think maybe it's the smell of these masks that does it to me. All right, here's the next one. So this one was, do this one quickly. So this is MCPS teacher. They gave it to our 118, or 18, sorry, 18, 2022. And the brand is manufacturer Shenzhen Inbide Electronic Tech Co. Limited. This is going to be very long, and plus fix the mask. Wow, this one might be the longest one ever. I put the full name in there because I K95, because I got to document it. I have a feeling that people at that school district will be very interested in talking to me on tomorrow. 2.302. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, what did I do? Oh, this is an interesting design. This probably is actually a legitimate mask. It actually has like pretty well made design, so maybe they gave some good masks to the teachers, but not apparently to anyone else. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, here we go. All right, we'll just do again. We're gonna do fix the mask on this. I hope that if the fix the mask is rubbing against the microphone, please let me know in the comments. I'll try to fix it. It's got a garbage nose wire. Really poor breathability. And it's a weird shape. It's not a standard typical K, and it almost looks like a Korean bifold shape. I'm getting a little bit of leakage by the nose wire here. Oh, what's the concentration? 1.957 e to the 4. All right, call it 432. Oh, I forgot to record the concentration at the start of the test. All right, well, hang on, I wasn't paying attention here. I was distracted by a spammer, and I was being quiet because I wanted to test it. So damn you, spammer. If you come in here again and throw a bunch of crap out there, you're out. Look, World Health Organization hadn't even admitted this was an airborne pandemic prior to about 3 months ago. Aerosol scientists, excellent aerosol scientists, some of the leaders, Lydia Morowaska, Lindsay Marr, Don Milton, they've been nailing this since day one. You can watch hours and hours of me testing videos of particles that are 65 nanometers in diameter be filtered highly effectively. I ain't got time for that BS. You can go, so that's your one and only warring Tyrone Jackson. Come back again, you're out. I mean, Jesus. Idiots. This is an airborne spread disease. You talk to any aerosol scientist, everyone says the same thing. And I'm showing you live that these masks can filter. You can watch me test it. If you don't believe that, then I don't know what to do. Then you don't want, I can't, with logic, convince you of something that you did not get into with logic. All right, 425. That is a legitimate mask. Well, at least so 1 of 4 was legitimate. I have a feeling I'll be talking to someone for that. I'm going to put the happy mask on hold because I got to do other ones. I want to make sure I cover the people that... This is the person... Yep, this is the person that sent me these masks. Now, these masks came from New York schools. All right, let's take a look. I got a mixed bag here. These were New York City school masks. I'm going to see if they're all the same. I might just test 2. They did send me 3. Let me take a look. I don't know what school district this is. They at least have some pressure drop, so they got that going for them. External nose wire. I always like to see that. That's a good... They're not labeled correctly. I wish I had the newer TSI probe tool. Then I'd be super fancy. They have a new one that you like click it in there. I got the old. This thing's like 15 years old. Everything I have is old scientific equipment. I don't own anything new. It's all used and old. It's still running, thank God. Or thank goodness. I guess I'm gonna really upset some of the... All right, let's rock this thing. And then we're gonna write down who it is. I think it's New York schools. I don't know. I think it's New York City proper. So this is I didn't have any details about it, so I'm just going to say viewer supplied. They'll know who they are. .540 e to the 4. Oh, I did it on the other side. Why do I do it sometimes I do it on the right side. I think something happened to my bandwidth. It does say I'm still live, but I might have disconnected. I'm going to see if I got disconnected or not. It looks like I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So 6:56. We've been kind of bouncing around a little bit. So these are not... They're probably not legitimate masks, but they are not terrible masks. So I need to mark this one. I need to mark this one. I'll be right back. Sorry, I need something to label these masks with, so I don't mix them up. That way they... Oh, Aaron, you're connected to your microphone, dude. Oops. I'll be right back. I got to get something to label these with. I was ill prepared. My apologies. Poor production quality, sorry. I'm just using this as a scrap piece of paper here. Just write the name. Use a piece of tape. I forgot to record the upstream concentration, so I'm going to name this again. In case someone ever needs them back or they want them for something, I don't want to. I just want the high quality data. Okay, so there's New York School number 1. We're just gonna skip the upstream concentration. I guess we can estimate. Well, we'll just leave it off for now. I'll test another one. Oh God, these people. All right, cool. You are getting boot. Bye. Wow, are we gonna really be doing this all day? All right, I'm back. Sorry, and sorry about the. The problem is when people start. Yeah, I blocked her. We're gonna have to put slow mode on. I might have to enable slow mode so we can catch these people before they get too stupid for their own good. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna be dealing with this all night. Yeah. Who's calling me? I don't got time for that answer right now. Yeah, we'll just I'll take care of this in a moment. If this keeps happening, we'll deal with them. You're distracting in your route. It's okay. They can. Here's the beauty of it. You idiots can come in here and troll all you want, but you're not going to change anyone's mind. And the reality of the situation is so clear. What are you gonna say? COVID's not real, but 1 million Americans died from what? Magic tooth fairies? Just get out of here. Yeah, I'll probably have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get mods, but otherwise I just put it on slow mode, and then the first person. I'm just gonna have to slow it down, then I can catch them easier. All right, so let's do New York Schools number 2. I'll actually write it out when I'm wearing the mask. I'll spend the time. Well, I normally just stare at the screen watching the concentration. Alright, so we're going to do number 2 here. So you're at 1.066 e to the 4. All right, gonna call there 496. It's kind of jumping around a little bit as we get down to the bottom down there. So, you know, these masks aren't terrible, but I highly doubt that they meet the actual spec. But they're better than the other ones that we tested. So this is number 2. I'm gonna pay attention a little closer this time to make sure I catch that at 22nd after downstream 1. I'll test 2. So I tested 2. Both were roughly the same, about 95%, 97%. So not. Someone's messaging me a lot here. So, all right. So thank you for sending those. I'm just going to use first name Sarah. Thanks for sending those over. 1.025 e to the 4. So 95. So they're not high performing. They're likely still underperforming. If you had actually done the NIOSH test, they would not have passed, or like the actual KN test, I think would not have passed. But they are not completely fake like the MCPS ones. All right. So we got that done, we got that done. Okay, now we can move on. Let's see what's in this bag. Let me make sure, I just want to make sure I got all the, yep, we got that. All right, now we can move into a few fun masks. And then we'll, if I have time, I can revisit. There's one mask I will revisit out of that pack. Let's see if we have any more trolls. No trolls. Now, I did see someone's name in here. Yeah, so guess what? Yeah, look, if you're gonna be, if you want to troll, go somewhere else. Let's see. Judah, I saw a comment from you. All right, yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the shout out. I hope all is good with you. He's a true mask nerd. I love seeing that. Yeah, I booted Pola. She's out. Let's see. All right, should be good there. All right, next up. What do we want to do that's fun? You know what? Oh, yeah. We got to do the mask that everyone wants to do. Where is it? Where did I put it at? I know I got it here. Where did I put that mask? Oh. Dun, dun, dun. This thing was like $40. And for you all, I spent the money. This is the Sono Mask Pro by Sonovia. BFE tested to CE medical grade bacterial filtration efficiency. Yeah, let me guess. But if you go to their website, it's even better. Let's do it because I love it. So this is Sono Mask, and I bought the Pro too because I bought the expensive one. I paid way too much money for this thing, like $60, and I'm going to show you that the $60 is the worst money you've ever spent. And we'll test it, and I have a feeling, and I can tell you it's not right now. It's not going to do very good at all. So let's see what do they claim on their website. 97% filtration of 3 micron particles. I guess maybe they're not as bad as Living Guard. I'll be testing the Living Guard to see if they can stack up to their own claims. They make some pretty outlandish claims on theirs. Anyways, everyone thinks this is a great mask. I tell you what, it's a good cloth mask. It's going to be like in 60%. So let's do it. The Sono Mask. Does virus killing magic really matter if 30% of the particles or 40% of the particles go into your lungs? Turns out it's not going to work so well. So this is the Sono Mask Pro. Yeah, it was $60. $60. Insane. I'll check those YouTube chat in a second here. I'll get back to it. I'm sure we'll get more trolls. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. It means people are paying attention. All right, I got to punch a hole in a $60 mask. It makes me feel so bad doing this. All right, there we are. All right, here we go. All right. So this is the Sono Mask Pro. We're not going to do, we'll do fix the mask. We'll do it as worn and fix the mask. I can't believe how expensive this thing was. What is it? Sonovia. The Israelis are going to be mad at me. They're an Israeli company. This is an unrated mask. I don't know what to call these things. I guess it's kind of a bifold. As worn, black, ear loop. It does have adjustable ear loops, so at least it's got that going for it. 2.458 e to the 4. Actually, we're gonna hook it up this way first. In this case, I'm just gonna leave the mask on and then I'll get the data point. All right, let that stabilize. All right, 2.387. 2.387 e4. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna don the mask. And it's got a good nose wire. And I will say the nicest thing about it, this is a very Lloyd armbrust thing, so shout out to Lloyd if he's watching. He's probably not because he's not crazy, but it smells great. It's got a really nice smell to it. And about 50% filtration efficiency. All right, gonna call it there at 81.81. So whopping. Let's see, what's it gonna be? A whopping 65% for a $60 mask. I guess you get 1% for every dollar. I see the troll is back. YouTube punk. I gave you the ability to be a moderator, so just dump these people. So bye, Yuku. You're out of here. Let's see. You're gonna get the boot. You're getting the boot. All right, no, you know you're doing it right when you piss the trolls off. And these people just have no life. Whatever. Go spout your conspiracy to someone else. We're here to talk about masks. That's it. I don't care about anything. This channel is all we care about is masks. I don't care what your political leanings are. I don't care anything about what you like. If you like a mask, we're good. If you don't like masks, well, you probably shouldn't be hanging around this place because that's what we're testing. I don't know what to tell you. 2.29 e to the 4. 2.29 e to the 4. Yeah, it came in at 65.02. So just to make sure that it wasn't just a leaky mask, we're going to go ahead and test this again with Fix the Mask. And then that's the answer to a lot of people that have asking about this question. What about this Sonova mask? It kills viruses. It's so highly rated. Well, guess what, people? It's a good cloth. It's not even a good cloth mask. It's a mediocre cloth mask that kills virus. So while it may kill 50% of the virus, or it may kill the virus that collects on it, it only collects 50% of the stuff. So like that doesn't really do much for you. You need to capture the particles before they get to your lungs. Then if your mask if those masks kill it, great. I do like the smell though. I mean, this is like, it really is a nice, like, I'm not one that's like into smells, but like it is really nice. It has a really nice smell. So you got that going for you, Synovia. Top smelling mask. Best smelling mask out there. Too bad it doesn't do any shit to keep you from getting COVID. All right. 2.182 E to the 4. Let's kick it on here. I'm getting some leakage right here because the filter does not go edge to edge, so I'm just going to tuck this right up against my chin. Give him the best chance to do as best as possible. All right, 3386. So it's actually, you know, if you get it like sealed here and you don't get any leakage, you can get it decent, but it, as worn, not so great. So one of the issues that I noticed right away with this mask is it's going to be hard to show on the video. Now they do have a filter on it, but like our friends at Happy Math, or no, Inro. Let me see if I'm going to get, let me jump over to OBS here so you can see if I can see it. Okay, so maybe you can see it's going to kind of show up blue because but see how this is lighter color right here? So like the filter does not go on the chin area, so I could feel air just coming right out of the chin, and there's like no filter media on the chin. So like it's got a seal right against the bottom of your chin. So maybe I'm like a little small on this mask. Maybe I could have went to one size bigger, but I feel like it actually fits pretty nice. Like it fits really, it goes where it's supposed to, but the problem is like the filter media stops here, so you get leakage right there. So it's a good cloth. It's a cloth mask. This is a good cloth mask. Wow, congratulations! You made a good cloth mask that you charged $60 for. All right, so now I can answer that question. Let's grab that upstream concentration before I forget. 1.930 E to the 4. Let's see. So there's your answer. So between 65 and 85% of what you can get if you can get that thing to seal perfectly against your mask. Now they do say, this is the last face mask you will ever need. By choosing to wear a Sona mask, you decide the best protection for you, your loved ones, and your environment. I hate to break it to you, Sona mask. If you wear this mask, you might not be around for your loved ones. So, time to move on. So Sona mask, junk. Moving on. We'll do the Living Guard when they ship it to me. I ordered it. I shipped it. I had it shipped next day. I paid the premium shipping option, and it still has not got to me. So, when they get it to me, we'll do that. Let's do other shitty masks. I'm kind of cranky. Can anyone tell I'm cranky today? I'm tired. It's 8:30 and I need to get this done and go to bed. All right, what's next on my list of fun masks? Where did that? Oh, here it is. What do we got in here today? Okay, got a couple masks here. This is another one I've been getting a lot of questions about. The Evolve Together mask. Now I can tell you this mask sucks because I already took one out of the package and checked it out, but it's probably filtration wise fine. They're just like a really shitty, really expensive mask that's lying on a few of the things there's a few tells about this brand. One, the bag is made with 100% biodegradable plastic. Hey, I'm all for that. If you know me, I am all about preserving the environment, protecting the environment. But I feel like if you charge $20 a mask, I don't quite know where the money's going. They have good printing on the mask too. There we go. Okay, there we go. So this is the Evolve Together mask. I was a little off in my probe there, but it'll survive. Okay, ear loops are like super long, so I'm gonna just slip knot those quickly. Concentration-wise, we're doing good. I want to check the comments, make sure there's no more stupid trolls. Looks like YouTube Punk is taking care of it for me. I haven't tested the 3M KF94. Someone's sending it to me. I hope as soon as I get it, I'll test it. Well, when I get them, I'll test it. I've heard a lot of talk about it. I've been actually a little busy. I haven't even been able to source new masks. I've been so busy just doing everything, trying to do so many things. I haven't tested some good. Oh man, Uber YouTube Punk is just on it. I saw the troll post it, just boop. I guess, can we not, I guess I didn't look to see if we could ban him. I'm gonna leak right here. Okay, well, we'll do it as warned, and then the nose wire's okay. Something's a little funky with it. There we go. Alright, so we'll connect it up here, give it 20 seconds. Alright, we got 20 seconds to write everything in one night. Let's see, copy. Okay, so this is the evolve together. Let me make sure I type this correctly. I wouldn't want to insult them too much. I've seen these masks for a while. They're just so expensive. Like, my goal has been originally about improving supply of these. I didn't feel like evolve together. No, they have it weirdly spaced, but I guess it's together. This mask is like sitting on my keyboard, so I can't type. Move it over there. All right. This is an KN95 rated mask. It's a boat style. We'll do it as worn. It's white. It's ear loops. So here we go. Oh, let's get that concentration. Concentration is 1.487 ELIF4. 1.487 ELIF4. Yeah, I gotta tighten these ear loops even more up. They're just, the ear loops are way too long. They must be meant for a mask clip. There's one. I'm getting a leak right here. All right, 204. 204. So, yeah, good for them. I mean, they got 2 layers of melt blown in there, is my guess. It's kind of hard. It's very hard to breathe in. Tracy M asks, how many times do you rewear a mask? Check out I have a whole video about how long you can wear a KF94 and KN95, but generally 40 hours, or if the ear loops or mask starts to lose its structure, whichever happens first. 40 hours of that. That's been my recommendation. In reality, you could probably wear it longer. The filter media doesn't seem to be affected, but they do start to get a little stanky. So to be conservative, I've been saying 40 hours, because I think that's like good enough. That covers enough range. You could, in theory, go longer. People could argue about maybe that's what we should look at, but there's so many things to cover. I mean, to do an 80-hour test means I have to wear the same mask for 2 weeks. It takes a long time to even get that data. Let's see, Alexis said, my daughter likes the Vita masks. They are the same. Yes, the Vita KN95s are Ludima N95C kids mask. Same design. Someone asked, do I like bifold style KF94s? No, I don't think so. I typically have the Korean style bifolds. They have a weird taper and hook shape, and that does not typically work very well for my face. And so I think that the taper design of the N95 style is a little bit better. So there we go, the Evolve Together. It is a legitimate mask. I think I could have got even higher with it if I did fix the mask. Do I want to do that? I'm kind of running out of time here, so I don't think we're gonna do fix the mask. This is a legitimate mask. We'll call it good there. So Evolve Together does make a good mask. I can tell you right now, not very breathable. They do have lot and production information on there, so good for them. They make a legit mask. I was just talking shit to them because they charge so much for these masks. I think it's like $25 for 5 masks. $5 a mask is like insane. These cost nothing to make. I'm in the wrong business. I should be making masks and selling them for 20 bucks. Also, they included some Medic Pro brand N95s. I guess we could try one of those. And then we also have a random KN95 that they had sent from a company. I have no idea who this was from. I might test that one, might not. I'm not super interested in KN95s, but I am interested in this Medic Pro N95. So let's check that out. Then what do we got after that? We got the Air Pops. And then we're going to do some collect masks, and we'll call it a day. Ooh, okay, so these are NIOSH N95s. Who's making these? What country are these out of? Made in the U.S. Who is the company behind it, though? Who is it? Manufactured by PandMed. Okay. Out of Las Vegas. Never heard of them. But that's good. There's more companies that I haven't heard of. That's always a good problem. 1922. Let's punch it. It's got headbands. Build quality is it's all right. It's all right. It's a bifold. You know, they've taken a bifold design. The crappy, not great nose wire. All right. Yeah, I dropped it. Hopefully the trolls are staying out. I'm glad that I'm now popular enough to get trolls. That's cool, I guess. Not me, you all are popular enough because you've been watching and hanging out and watching me do this, so you deserve just as much credit as me who sits and does. So, all right, let's hook this baby up and we'll try it out. It's just a KN95 with a headband. I'm not sure what. So this is the Medic Pro N95. It is NIOSH N95 approved, supposedly. I mean, I'm gonna guess they are. You don't want to claim that you are and not be, because that is how you get sued pretty fast, or get attacked by the government. 1.273 E4. Okay, go ahead and don the mask. Ear loop headband is not tight at all. Nose wire is. I'm gonna fix the seal there. Yes, not bad, but it ain't a good mask. Let's see how the data looks. It keeps leaking out my nose. All right, 235. I got a little bit of leak. You know, the build quality of this mask is not amazing. It's pretty low end. I mean, it's fine, but it's not like a really high-end mask. It does not fit my face very well. The filter media might be there, and I apologize. I keep getting, like, when I wear these masks, my nose, like when I pinch it a bunch, it gets a little snotty. Sorry. let's see. I saw someone ask some questions. Someone asked, what can I do if my mask smells? Can I? Yeah, just don't put anything on it. Just toss the mask. It's usually a sign that you've worn it probably too much. The paper bags. People are asking about the paper bag storage. So I made a tweet about that. Maybe I realized that I have a much broader audience now. I have to be a little careful. I'm not going to delete any tweets. I'm going to tell you that right now. Unless I make a major typo or it's unreadable, I will not delete my tweet. I think making mistakes is part of this and being transparent. 1.241. 0.241 into the 4. So like, you know, you might make a mistake, and that's okay. I'm not going to delete tweet. Okay, so the question about rotating the mask comes around to, that's actually, the paper bag stuff in the rotation is mirrored by the CDC, which is basically what we're talking about, is that the virus can, say around someone with COVID, it's COVID positive, it collects in the mask. Now, there's two mechanisms to get it. One, you're going to have to touch the mask and then touch your mouth to get COVID, but the fomite transmission by the CDC, Google it, CDC fomite transmission, is classified as rare by the CDC, meaning that it's like less than 1 in 10,000 cases. And even then, they actually don't have an official case that they can direct it to. So it means that touching mask isn't really the concern. But if you want to be extra safe, let your mask sit for 3 to 5 days. The virus dies on its own. It has this lipid layer on the outside, and as it gets dried out, that falls apart and it no longer works as a virus. It's no longer viable. So if you want to be extra safe, your mask just needs to rest 3 to 5 days with some air flowing so the mask can dry out and get some air through it. So that might be hang it on the wall. That might be put it in a paper bag, and that's the paper in the bag is the official CDC statement. They put it in a bag, and then you label each bag. You can hang it on a clip on the wall. That's what I do with my son and myself. Actually, I just have a rotating mask in my car. I have 5 of them in my glove and my like side door. So I just put the one that I just took off, I put it in the back, and so I just rotate them that way. There's a million ways to do it, but that's the idea. It also helps with smell. It seems like that if you rotate the mask and let them rest for a few days, it seems like it helps with the smell a little bit. They just get a little less stanky. Maybe it's just my own. I mean, I don't have any data to support that conclusion of smell. That's just kind of my observation. Okay, what else do we got left? Let's do fun masks, and then we'll do boring masks, and then we're gonna be done because we're gonna be done by 9. All right, we got 2 masks. Now I got the Air Pop Light SE. Wait, what's the difference here? Okay, yeah, they are the same. I'm gonna do the black ones because, like, you know, that's kind of how I roll. Pocket mask. Okay, yeah, cool. So these masks are out of the company, I guess, you know, where are they based out of? I'm not sure exactly where they're based out of. What's funny is that I noticed that they have an authorized agents right here in Chanhassen, Minnesota, so they're not far from me. Now, we'll do this first mask. Now, these are kind of cool in that they have like a silicone nose piece that helps the mask seal to your face. So I thought that was really cool. They're kind of expensive. I think they're like, I'd have to check. Maybe someone can look on there, but I think they're like $20 for a pack of 5, or maybe even more than that. So they're kind of expensive, but you know, the face seal I think you can get with it is going to be pretty good. I'm just marking the location for my breath, so I know where to punch. I don't like to punch too high or too low. All right, there we go. And I think the original business plan, and they can correct me if I'm wrong here. I think the original business plan was to like have like a little sensor that was monitoring all this, but I don't think that kind of panned out, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it was not very popular. Maybe they still offer it. I think they do, but it's kind of it's a cool concept. I like it, but no nose wire, so that's kind of weird. So it has like a silicone sealer. So this is the Air Pop Light SE. Now, the question of the day, where did I put that packaging for that mask? I got it right here. It isn't a KN90. It says certified KN95, so it is a KN95 mask. The other one is not. Oops, KN95. Oops. I always see KN94 all the time, but it's KN95. There you go. People often think KF94s are KN94s. I don't blame them. It's confusing. Okay, so this is black. It's got ear loops, but it has adjusters on it. So I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty fancy mask there. We're running down the concentration. We gotta get moving here. So 1.027 e to the 4. 1.027 e to the 4. I need a lighted keyboard on this bad boy. Okay, so the trick is like you like pop up this little silicone nose piece inside of here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but there's like a little silicone nose piece. you like pop that up as you put it on, and that like fills the valley. I'm going to tighten up. It seems like it's one size all fits all kind of situation, so I'm just going to tighten these ear loops up a little bit. A little too tight on that side. It's kind of popping my ear there a little bit. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. I'm still getting some leakage, I feel. I got the things popped right here. All right, we're gonna call it there at 612. So 94%, like not bad, but the kind of challenge is like it doesn't, like the mask doesn't have enough structure, and it's the hook taper. So already it's not going to do good for me. Yeah. CMD, very common that you need to tighten the ear loops. That's like the most important thing. I know I need to make these short videos. That's like one of the most important things. Face seal is everything. So you got to tighten up the ear loops. And there's actually a really good journal article that someone looked at the performance of masks. And if my mic's hitting this, fix the mask, yell at me and I'll fix that. But there's a good journal article that looked at the difference between just a non-adjustable ear loop mask of KF94 and an adjustable, and they found significant better performance with the adjustable. Like that they were getting really, I would say it was unreasonably high fit factor, so it makes me a little nervous. But all right, we'll call it there, 9995. We got to turn on the generator again, but you know, that's pretty good for as worn. I think we'll do it with the fix the mask, just seal it up and see what the performance of the material is. I'm not convinced. While we wait for that, I'm going to get the next one ready. The other one, the other style of this, so they call this the Air Pop Pocket Mask. Now the difference between the Air Pop Pocket and this is that this one, I'll jump over to OBS. Yeah, there we go. I failed today. Go over to OBS. Here we go. Is that it has like this foam material. See, there's like a soft foam, and it's like the same shape of your nose, so it's like cut out for your nose to try to fill the valley right here. Now, no nose wire though, so I'm not totally convinced, and we'll see how the data looks, that without a nose wire that you can get away with it. I mean, it feels better. Now, it's important to remember that a KN95 mask, the total inward leakage is about 8%. So like that last mask I would have worn, 8 to 11%, depending on exactly how you do the number. That last mask that I would have worn would have passed that requirement. It would have met that requirement. So, you know, it highlights, like, it depends on what you're after. Now, I typically find that with a KF94 ear loop, I can get still a better seal. You know, I would say almost like approaching, you know, pretty high fit factors in the 50s, maybe into the 70s, maybe even to the hundreds on some very select masks. It's in only a fixed position, right? I'm not testing full range of motion tests, so that's always important to characterize it. I don't do full range of motion tests, which is happening for like other ones, other tests, like the actual port account style fit testing, NIOSH style. But yeah, so far we'll see. So we're gonna try this again with the fix the mask. So I'm gonna flip the little silicone sealer up. It is really nice. I mean, they did a good job with it. It's just, I don't, you know, and the 95% is pretty good. Oh well, that's kind of a little bit of a knock against them. Well, let me turn this off. Okay, well, I just broke the ear loop on that one. I didn't feel like it was very tight, so not super impressed with that, but that happens. So let's not judge them because they had one broken ear loop. Get another one out of the bag and I'll punch it here. Kind of a bummer, but okay, whatever. Oops. I mean, ear loops breaking happens. Like, no matter how good you're in your production facility, like, you can always get some escapes like that. So I'm not going to judge them too much there on that. I'm just putting it on again to mark the mouth location. I like to always punch on the mouth, like right on the mouth location. All right, we're gonna try to finish up here pretty quickly. I only got a few masks left, and I got to be done by 9. So let's get this going. If only the guy testing the mask wouldn't talk so much, then you'd probably get this done faster. All right, Senor Air Pop. Let's try this again with a fix the mask. Now, technically, it's a different mask, but we'll just see how much. We're gonna assume that they are a certified KN95. They do claim they are. I'm gonna guess. I would believe it. I mean, you wouldn't go to all the effort to make this complex of a design with this silicone thing. Yeah, I get like a leak right there. Well, let's try to fix the mask and just seeing what their performance of their filter material looks like, because maybe they went. It's pretty dang breathable. I gotta definitely give them props for that. I wish you just put a nose wire. Maybe there's a good. Maybe this doesn't work with a nose wire, right? Maybe the design is such that you can't use a nose wire. 2.709, 2.709, 2.709. Just waiting for it to come down here. Someone asked a very interesting question. That's a good nerdy question. Someone said, in the test data it says Trivicity with LG Airwasher nose clip. How did you change the nose wire? That's a mask hack trick. You can cut the nose wire out on the top layer, so you want to make sure you're not cutting through the melt zone, but whatever layer the nose clip is, you can cut a little slit, slide out the nose wire, and then slide in a different one. So I took a nose wire from an LG Airwasher and slid it in there and significantly improved the performance of that mask. That company ended up going out of business. All right, I gotta stop talking, otherwise you can see the data is kind of jumping around. So I'm gonna be quiet for the next 20 seconds. Called it 826. So I think some of it is just the material itself. That's about as good as you're going to get. So some of it's just the filter media. I'm guessing they do call it the AirPop Lite, so I'm guessing they're targeting the very low end of the spec, which is fine. I don't blame them. Breathability is important. So, I actually had a pretty dang good seal, actually, if that's the case, given that it's an ear loop and a bifold of shape that doesn't work for me very often. Let me stick that back in the AirPop bag. Where did I put that bag? It's probably right in front of my face, but I can't see it because there's bags everywhere. It is literally, yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to stick that one back in the AirPop SE bag. We're going to go grab the now this is a different one. This is the AirPop Lite. Now this is not a rated mask. So let's see how it performs. This person, the company actually started before the pandemic, so these people are legit trying to do good masks. So I'm going to AirPop, well, what is this called again? What do they call this? AirPop Pocket Mask. It's an unrated mask. It's bifold. Do it as worn. It's black, and it's ear looped. And it is 2.518 to the 4. All right, let's don the mask. No adjustable ear loops though. I gotta shorten the ear loops. These are too long for me. Good quality. I wonder if these ear loops are the same as the other one. They feel a little different. So I don't know. You know, I like where they're going. I'm not sure it quite works out as well as they want it to, but I like where they're going. I never crap on people that are trying to actually innovate in the mask space. If you're trying to do something new and different, I'm cool with it. You gotta try. There we go. Ah, okay. I'm getting this foam. Actually, I first thought I was gonna crap on the foam idea. Not bad. It's a breathable mask. All right. Oh, balloons are back available. I should order some. All right, we'll call it there at 760.4. Now that is interesting. Oh, I forgot to record the upstream concentration. All right, you guys are watching, so I'm going to take the concentration from here because I'll leave it. I keep forgetting to do that. Sorry. It's going to corrupt my data set a little bit. We'll be concerned. We'll just leave it, but we'll be careful this time. I won't do that. They're already sold out. Wow. So yeah. It's funny. I didn't think we'd have this much of a mask shortage ever again after like the kid stuff. Yeah, everything's crazy. It's crazy. It'll come back. It just takes a few weeks. But it does suck for those that like timing wise were like, oh, I was gonna go get a mask, and then all of a sudden like the mask they wanted is totally unavailable. All right, 2.43 e to the 4. So actually, you know what's funny is that foam version actually worked a little bit better. So this is kind of a cool concept. I mean, that's pretty good for an ear loop. I mean, I felt like the foam does work. Like you got to kind of get it on there, but I like the concept. And it's just dense enough that it's not air permeable. Okay, I like your pocket version. The silicone version, I don't feel like is as good as the pocket version. Maybe it's just my face. All right, what's next? So we did the air pops. We did that. We got a happy mask. Let's do these masks quickly because I know a lot of people were interested. So there was well, first of all, I got some beef with my boy Lloyd. He tested this mask. This is the Happy Day Everlife. These just came out of Collect. I had asked them. There was some drama with, and this. I mean, it shouldn't happen, but it does happen, and I don't know how I feel about it exactly. But the seaming on the mask wasn't really great. There's a Reddit thread about it. Someone tagged me. I took a look at it. Collect stepped in right away. The people bought it from Collect. The seaming on the mask was not right. They step in right away. Happy Life, Good Day. I don't know if this is an extra small. It must be a small. I gotta use Google Translate on this one. This is a Korean packaging, so they're not using the English packaging. Precure ST Translate. Here we go. What size is this technically? Small. All right, there we go. It is a small. Okay, KF94. Actually, I'm going to put the lot ID on here because I think people are going to be interested in that. So anyways, they had an issue with the seaming. They issued a retraction, or like, I guess, so I emailed them and say, hey, what's up with this? They, so it's 01.13. No, 20, well, actually, I can put it in the right order. So it's 2025.01.13. Wow, so these are fresh masks, 21001. So I had emailed them to say, hey, what's up with this? Like, have you seen this problem? They took, they said, oh, right away, okay, that's a problem. To me, they said that they're going to contact every customer that had bought them and get them returned. So that was cool. And then they were going to order new ones, and these are the replacements for those customers. So, I mean, it shouldn't happen. It should have never made it out of the factory. But the fact that there's a lot of information and stuff like that on these masks, they can chase it back down. So, I mean, I guess it's as good as you're going to get. I'm going to guess, like I said, I'm not going to apologize for the manufacturer. They should know better. They should be checking their goods more often. But like when these when it gets all turned up to 100 like this, when everyone wants masks, that's when the quality system starts to fall apart. And I'm not apologizing for them. They should be doing a better job. But we'll check these ones out because I know people are going to be interested in more masks. So. Yeah, the Happy Life Gate scandal. I know. It's just I feel like. Yeah, so I use the Google Lens thing. I guess they bought that yeah, the Google Lens works pretty nice. Let this concentration stabilize. I got to be a little careful. See how that concentration dropped? I see my flow rate dropped a little bit. When I plugged it in, I accidentally plugged the CPC. I have to be really careful about that because I can flood this thing, and that can cause a little bit of problem. So my flow rate dropped a little bit, quite a bit actually. Let's see if it comes back up. It is coming back up, so that's okay. But I do have to be careful about that. All right, let's start there. 1.596 e to the 4. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to pinch the nose wire. All right, I call it 20.68. So Lloyd tested this and got like 92%. I like Lloyd, but I think there's something funky with his tester. So I just tested that one 90. I mean, you just saw me fix the mask on the Air Pop and all these other masks 97, and then you pop in these KF94s. And the reason is KF94s get tested against paraffin oil material, so it's much harder standard to pass than the paraffin oil test is much harder to pass than the sodium chloride alone. I'm just checking my flows. Everything's looking good. It's all stabilized at 0.5 centimeters per second, so that's good. It's back to regular. Let's see, another smell question. What can I do if a new mask, even aired out, smells? You'll have to pick a different mask. 3Ms are notorious for smelling. They are a smelly, I don't know, 1.625 e to the 4. They're a smelly mask. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna put a note. That I did plus pinch nose wire close because it's too small a mask. So pinch nose wire. Okay, there we go. All right, so there you go. Freaking great. Definitely not a quality issue with that one. We'll move on. Now the official mask that people, so this mask Lloyd tested on his channel and like got like the worst breathability of any mask, 500 pascals per, whatever, actually maybe it's just 500 pascals, I'm not sure what his measurement exactly is. But I mean, I like Lloyd, he's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to help out, but it's like, you gotta be careful with your testing because you gotta make sure you know what you're testing exactly. And his test is not quite what they do for the NIOSH test because they glue it down. They don't just clamp it down. He has a clamping mechanism, which I think is a smart idea to do tests quickly. But that clamping mechanism changes how much available filter media the air can pass through. And if you have a leak in that clamping mechanism, it's going to show some kind of weird results. So I suspect that something's a little funky there. All right, so this is the youth mask. See how this performs. Okay, there we go. So this is the Happy Life, Good Day, Youth size. We're going to put the lot ID, lot. Again, it's beautiful because I can just type 2025.1. So these all were built on the same day in the factory. So, you know, what's funny is you could probably figure out what their factory volume is if you kind of did some math. But yeah, KF94 rated. It's a boat style. I may have to pinch the nose. We'll see. Let's go grab the concentration. You need to make sure the mask is open. Oh, the mask is not open there. There we go. So if you don't open up the mask and the mask goes against the tube, it starts filtering through there. Mila Lifestyle is the distributor. I wonder for that one. All right, we'll let this stabilize here for a second. There we go, 1.404 E to the 4. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pinch the nose wire on this one because, yep. All right, 21.14, we stabilized. I mean, I'm not joking around that it's 21 twice. You guys are watching that live. So it's not like it's coincidence that it happens to be 21 again, but that's funny. That's awesome. Someone had asked, what's my favorite N95? My favorite N95s are what I wear, because I'm only going to wear the stuff I like. 3M 9105 V-Flex. Oh, breathability is amazing. Or 3M 9205 Plus. Just because they're readily available. I love the Aura series masks. They're a dope mask. I really like those. Someone was confused about the Seiwu. It's the Seiwu Ultra 3D mask. There might be some combination of those words, but there's a U.S. now. There's a U.S. distributor now. So if you go to Seiwu and go to international options, they'll show the U.S. distributor. There's actually someone carrying them in the U.S. now, so that's kind of nice. YouTube take. Okay, awesome. Thanks for help with the moderating tonight. I really do honestly appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Thank you. 1.348 E to the 4. Okay. So, oops, 1.384 E to the 4. 1.384 E to the 4, Aaron. Come on. 99.85. Oh my goodness. God damn KF90. These KF94s are always so dang good. All right, so we don't have to worry about fakes on these. Like, not surprising. You know, the build quality, that does annoy me. I'm going to check this mask Yeah, the build quality looks great on this one, so they should not have done that. I'm not apologizing for the manufacturer. I'm just, you know, at least the beauty of it is that when you work with vendors that do this, that they take care of you, but the manufacturer should not have done that. Okay, we got the oh, actually, it reminds me, I need to put nose pinch. So I almost forgot. Because it just, oops. Plus pinched nose wire. So sometimes I got to do that on kids' masks that don't fit my face because just the width of my face is trying to pull it apart. All right, last one, we got the Coco Mogo, or Coco something, kids mask. This is the exact same, I'm going to guess this is the same company that does the Bio UNI because the design is the same, but these are printed, so at least there's that going for them. They are a tiny little kid's toddler mask, and let's see how they perform on a big adult face with big adult lungs. I just can't wait till someone does a real nice study of like how well like a variety of kids can wear these, because I haven't been able to do that, but I can't wait till someone does that and tests kids like actual wearing masks. I'll be really stoked on that. Where are we at? Almost 9 o'clock, almost bedtime here. Okay, so this is the Coco Mong. It's a KF94. I don't know what size it is. It's an extra small. It's a toddler mask. We're going to say extra small. It must be extra, extra small. I'm pretty good at reading Korean now, and I'm pretty sure that's extra, extra small. Let's take a look. Nope, just small. Just a small. Okay, well, it's tiny. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pinching the nose. All right, we'll just copy all this. It is not, but it is. It's printed. I'll just say printed on here. Concentration is plummeting. I gotta turn my generator back on here in a second. 1.063 before. All right, here we go. Tiny little kid's mask. Oh my goodness, this thing is so tiny. Oh my god, I gotta get the chin down. It's tiny. All right, 98.95. Stabilize there. Jump it around a little bit. So 99%. Again, that's not surprising. It's a tiny mask with adult lungs pulling it through. Awesome. We made it through the mask that I needed to make through tonight. So another good kids mask I can add to my list. Although it's all coming out of Collect, which I like Collect. They've done a great job, but if they get busy, it doesn't really solve my problem. We've got a few minutes left. I'm going to stay up a little late tonight. And we're going to do the Happy Mask, and we're going to do this random KN95. And then we're tested everything, and then I'm done for a while. I saw someone make a comment about, Travis, I think it was Travis had said like that I was questioning whether I should even buy more test probes. I think it was Travis, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember who said that. Yeah, it was Travis. I don't know if Travis is still watching, but look at this bag. Oh yeah, look at that. All these test probes, there's 500 of these bad boys. You ain't gonna stab me now. I bought the mega size. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a nerd. All right, kids. Now this is the Happy Mask Ultra. Sent to me by someone who is very cool. These things are spendy and rare, but it is a kid size, so we'll see if we can make this work. I'm probably gonna have to use Fix the Mask. Or I can actually. I think it'll seal nicely. I just got to make sure I get the port in the right location. I think I can seal it with just my fingers. The nice thing about kids' masks is that the ear loops are so tight. All right, we're going to test it here. I'm going to put it to the left side of that. And I'm going to be really careful when I do this, so I got to be a little careful because I don't have a lot of material to work with here. It's kind of a smellier version of this thing, I'll tell you that, though. Oh, that's tough to punch through. Holy smokes. They made a change to that design on the Ultra. They must have a different filter media on there. It is like so hard to punch through. Holy smokes. I'm going to poke myself here if I'm not careful. There we go. Alright, so this is their Ultra mask. It's supposed to be the fancier version. I know, I think it's even more expensive than the standard Happy Mask that I tested earlier. Now this is the kid size. Yeah, probes for days. Yeah, I just decided to buy the big bag. It wasn't that expensive. It was like $170 for 500 probes or something like that. So whatever. Let's see. Did the balloons have any noticeable downsides? No, I think they're a great mask. Oh, guys, you were supposed to yell at me to check the the upstream concentration. Well, it's actually the same as it is now, so 1.045. 6. How about 1.045 e to the 6? I can read it off there. All right, let's turn the generator on. Need to go to bed, Aaron. There we go. All right, let's kick the generator on. Last couple of mask tests, and then time for bed. Well, that's going. I'll get the next mask prepped. All right, next mask is prepped and ready to go. YouTube Punk, you know, I don't know what charities to donate to, but if all I want is help people, if you want to help me help people that are disadvantaged and don't have access to the information, be able to get this information and get better masks. So that might mean working with a local school district, helping a homeless shelter, like anyone that you think can help. That's, if you want to help me, that's what helped me. You don't need to give me any money. Yeah, so that's all. I appreciate it. I mean, I really honestly do, but like my goal is just, let's just end this pandemic. And if everyone helps everyone around them, I think we'd be much better off. Okay, so someone asked, I don't think, so PM 2.5 or PM 1.0, these are just marketing terms. I hate seeing them on everything. It doesn't mean anything. You sometimes not even see PM 0.4. What that means, historically, has meant that PM 2.5 is all the particulate matter collected that's less than 2.5 micron in diameter. And it's a method of quantifying air pollution. And so the EPA has PM10 and PM25. there's not really a standard below that. So you'll often say PM 0.4. Well, remember, PM 2.5 means anything less than 2.5. So if you say that your mask filters PM 2.5, it means it filters anything less than PM 2.5, meaning you filter everything less than 2.5 micron. Now, if you do it by mass, all of the particle sizes that are bigger, so the mass distribution is always skewed to the largest particle size. So PM 2.5, the particles that are 2.5 micron in diameter account for the vast majority of mass. A particle that is 65 nanometers in diameter, like roughly the aerosol I'm using, contributes nothing to the PM level, the particulate mass. So, it's just marketing terms. They don't mean anything. Just look for a rated mask, KF94, K99. So yeah. Anyways, Yamamoto. Oh, EMS. Thanks, and I'm glad that my mask work has helped you. EMS people have it tough right now. It's a tough spot to be. Yes, Dr. Puri mask collapse. That's why I first started talking about mask collapse. If you actually go back, the very first KF94 I tested was the Dr. Puri. And I was like, well, this is really good. You know, this mask performs really well. And it's like, it kind of sucks that it sucks your mouth a little bit, but like it's performance. And then I got the Botan, which is the other end of the spectrum, like literally 180. It's a very, very stiff outer shell mask. And that mask, okay, 2.850 e to the 4. That mask, you know, was like, whoa, this thing doesn't touch your lips. And that's how this all started. So those are the first two masks I ever tested. I'm going to have to tighten these ear loops up a little bit. So let's see how these... the new Happy Mask Ultra, but I have it in a kid size. I didn't get an adult. So I pitch the nose wire. I call it 1881. So 93%. You know, so better than masks in the past. So good job for a Happy Mask. For like, it seems like it is better than the past mask. It's probably like VOG mask level. It feels like VOG mask material. When I punched it through, I noticed that the filter media is much different, almost like the VOG mask style. But at the end of the day, it's like $30. You get 93% for like $1. You could buy the same mask from Coco Mungo here, 40 hours, like $1 for this mask, or $1.25. You get 99%. So I don't know. That's my issue. And then they claim you can wash these things, but I've shown that doesn't really work so well. But yeah. Anyways. Someone had mentioned being clean shaven. Yes, that's important for masks to seal to your face. You need to be clean shaven. I'm pretty clean. I got like just a tiny bit of stubble. I shaved yesterday morning, so like I don't grow much of a beard. All right, 2.71 e to the 4. So yeah, 93.23. So definitely the Ultra is better than the standard. But sorry, like, and I can tell that the nano media is different because it feels much more stiff, but it's not that much more breathable. That's the whole thing. Like, the nano filter media never pans out because it's never any more breathable than any other mask. All right, 920. Let me keep me moving here. Last one of the night. Oh yeah, they're gonna make my life hard on this one. Of course. Thank you for sending that to me. What the heck is the manufacturer name? Nanking Jing. And again, this is not. I'm not trying to insult the Chinese language. I don't speak it, so I'm trying my best to sound it out how I would in an English way. But that's not a. You know, people always crap on Chinese for, you know, a lot of stuff. Oh, they have poor quality. Like, you know, trust me, if you could get away, if Americans could get away with making crappy masks, and they do, like that Sanofi, I guess that's an Israeli company, but like they're making a crappy mask. Like, people always try. It's just people profiting off of people in a period like this is like super shady. Super shady. All right. Good question. Someone asked, do you have an idea how much the efficiency drops for ear loop versus headband? I'm going to compile the data when I have a moment. Or maybe someone wants to do it. Maybe if you're looking for a data task, go pull all my ASWORN conditions for KF94s, KN95s, and N95s and plot the distribution. And I think someone can figure out, like, over everything that I've warned, like what that distribution looks like. I suspect, I mean, N95s are better, and I think that number depends a lot, but it's probably like 3 to 5, like probably 3 to 5% better, which may not seem much, but it actually is a lot when you figure if you're like 95 to 99, that's only 4%, but that's actually 5x improvement. Yeah, roughly a 5x improvement in terms of filtration efficiency. So it's always important to remember that. 2.192 E to the 4. All right, let's pop this bad boy on. Good nose wire so far. Seems like it's pretty solid nose wire. It's okay. It's a big mask. Is it real? Yeah, it's real. All right, kind of hovering around 851 there. 851. So 96.12. Pretty good. Okay. Hey guys, I am successful in testing all the masks I needed to test. Okay. Only because I'm a glutton for punishment. I do want to do one thing. We're going to test one more mask. I want to test that other. I want to know like how. I have a couple of those kids masks that were sent from the MCPS school district. I just my gut's telling me I should test another one, so I'm gonna trust my gut and say, "What's you saying, gut?" Gut says test another one. They sent me a few of them. I tested the ones they sent me, so we got that. But I know that they sent me 2 in this bag, and so I'm gonna test one more. Just maybe because maybe that one mask I got was a fake. Just maybe, or maybe my test probe was wrong. You know, maybe I always blame myself first. When I have a bad mask, I always blame myself. Maybe it was me that did it wrong. So I shouldn't assume that it's a bad mask until I got the test data that shows that it's a bad mask. So I'm gonna trust my gut here and just do what I think I should do, which is to test another one. I got 2 of them. I got the equipment set up. Maybe I get a really good result on this one, or I get another bad result, and then I know for sure what to tell that person that sent these masks. So, you know, that's just what's up. Where did we put the bag at? Oh, it's right here. So this was labeled. I forgot to do the downstream concentration again. You guys are supposed to yell at me. 2.0. Okay. Oh. We're just going to leave it that way. My data set's getting kind of shittier. I'm sorry. I don't like doing that, but it's getting tired. If you haven't tell, I'm like super tired. I've been moving nonstop. So this is MCAPS kids. 110, 22. There's no packaging. So KN95, bifold. We're gonna do fix the mask. There's no reason to mess around. Yeah, so you guys don't know, I'm so exhausted. I'm like probably the tiredest I've ever been in my life. Everyone wants to talk about masks. I gotta test masks. I don't have to do it. It's my moral obligation. Someone's got to do a shit. If the government's not going to do it, I got to do it. The Beskar Steel Mandalorian mask. I should test the Mandalorian. My God, this thing's a pile of hot garbage, this mask. It's just like the build quality is garbage. It's sad that we're giving these to kids. And I'm not asking for anything. So I'm not trying to complain. Like, I don't, you know, y'all are good people for hanging around and listening to me chat about masks forever. But, like, you know, in the end of the day, you just do what's right. Take care of a fellow human. I got the equipment set up. What's 2 minutes more of my time, or 5 minutes more of my time to get a little bit more data, make sure it's good. You know, just do what's right, people. But anyways, I'm tired because I've been doing all these media interviews, which, you know, I gotta be a little careful about it. I don't want them to be like self-serving. Like I don't really care. Oops. I don't really care about anyone. Like some people are like, "Well, tell me about your story." It's like, you know, I'm just to do the test masks. Let's talk about why we should wear better masks. If I got 7 minutes on your TV program, let's talk about all the other topics about masks before we start talking about me. If you want to know who I am, I'm just a dude that tests masks in his bathroom and likes to talk about masks. And so anyways, I just don't want it to get too much about like me as a mask tester. I want to talk about, you know, more about like, all right, 1.810 e to the 4. Yeah, it's a fake mask. God damn it. Who does this to people? All right, call there 3390. God dang it. That's just a hot pile of garbage. Sure you get the upstream on this one. God, why would people do that? Make fake masks and sell it to kids, you know, of all people. In schools. You're gonna sell your stuff to schools? That drives me bonkers, I'm sorry. There's no, why would you want to make money off of people like that? Doesn't make any sense to me, but I guess I'm not the guy that makes the money, so maybe that's the problem. All right, there we go. So MCPS schools, you send some legit masks and you send some bunk masks. You should feel sorry. All right, I'm just gonna clean up here. I'm just gonna wait for that concentration to stabilize. There we go. 1.738 e to the 4. I gotta make sure I pick that up, and I keep forgetting to do it, and so my data set looks crappier if I don't do that. It doesn't affect it too much, but you know, good quality data should always be good quality data. Do it right, or just make my. All right, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna look. You guys, if you have a question, throw it up there right now. While I pick up, I will answer it. Let's see. UV stuff. I see some chat about that. I don't think it really is necessary. I mean, I don't really understand what you're going to be like. So the UV stuff, it comes up like there's some really good studies out there about microbial growth from on masks, and if you look at them, the studies have shown that like bacteria doesn't grow in these because polypropylene is just plastic. It's non-wet. I mean, it's like it's hydrophobic. It's hydrophobic. I don't know how to think for a second. It's hydrophobic. So what happens is that type of material doesn't really dries very quickly, so bacteria can't survive. And so there's some nice studies where they're looking at like tuberculosis bacteria, E. coli, and other bacteria and how they grew on the mask, and they really didn't. And so it's a really good positive thing. And so what we have to do is we just have to think about like some of your skin oil is going to get on the mask, and some stuff's going to stink because of stuff coming out of your food. But like all that bacteria that's on the mask came from you, so it's already in you and on you. So yeah. So that's yeah, I don't know. I think that the UV stuff is like, I don't know. I mean, I could test it, but I think that I'm less concerned about that. All right, what did they say, man? Who is this? Maria, thanks for sending the mask. What did you say? Oh yeah, you sent me the Evolve Together. Thanks, Maria, for sending the Evolve Together. Collect stuff's done. All right, we are good. I got my control mask back. Hey, I did everything. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging around here. Let's see if we got any questions quickly. Is Mask C or Mask K, or yeah, I think you meant Mask C brand K95 legit. I am not sure if that is legit or not. I have some on my way here. We'll find out how they perform. Lloyd tested them. He found them not to perform very well, but I kind of Lloyd's data I'm not 100% sure on. He's kind of had some hits and misses in there, so I'm always worried about if he's good. Have you had a good experience with Beauty Box? Yeah, I haven't ordered a ton from them, but I have ordered from Beauty Box before. Note, they ship from South Korea, so it will take a while for them to get here. Do you feel like you can tell how many masks will perform based on feel or sight? Sometimes, yes. If they breathe really super easy, it's one of two things. Either it's like a really great mask, or it's fake. If they breathe really easy, it always makes me question. That's why the first time I tried a Seiwu, I was like, ooh, this thing breathes too easy. I don't know, I better test it. And then it tested great. I was like, shit, man, that's a good mask. Tried several well before masks, and they keep fogging. Yeah, you know, so the glasses fogging, look at my previous live stream, last 10 minutes of my previous live stream. Just go to the last one that I did, I think it was like last week. Last 10 minutes, I talk all about glasses fogging. Well befores are a very high pressure drop mask. They're not very easy breathing, so you might find more glass fogging with that. So that's just FYI. Have I tested any Japanese masks? No, I have not tested any Japanese masks. Mostly they're just hard to get. I'm sure there's good ones out there. They're not readily available here. How snugly should the KF94 feel in your face so you know you have a tight enough seal? I'm going to try to do a short video on this, but in general, you want it as snug as you can comfortably wear it. You don't want your ears like popping forward, but you need it tight against your face. It should seal well to your face. The better it seals to your face, the better protection you get. So you need to adjust ear loop length. You cannot use ear loop length right out of the box. My ears seem to be closer to my mouth, and so I always have to tighten ear loops, but you need it tighter, and tighter is better. Don't go overboard though, like where you're flopping your ears over, because then it doesn't work. So just tight as comfortably as you can get it. Like tight until the point, like I can wear that for a few hours or 5 or 6 hours. If you can only wear it for 30 minutes, then that doesn't really do much for you. Should normal people doing fit tests using an atomizer or nebulizer using the sweet or bitter solution like Bittrex or sucralose? You know, I think it's not a bad idea. I think, yeah, it's a really good question. I was going to play with that a little bit. Like I said, I just keep running out of time. I would love to do that experiment and then do the experiment with my fit test at the same time to see kind of what the experience is like. It's on my list to do. I'd like to check that out. I think it's a really good idea. I saw it like months ago. I'm trying to remember. There's a person on Twitter that posted about it. Really great thing of like how they're doing it. I would love to visit that. I think it's a really great solution for short term. I also want to make an open source particle counter, so I'm going to do that too. We'll fix this issue one way or another. Plan to test Well Keeps KF94. It's #1 mask in Korea. You know, I'm trying. You know, I only can. The answer is I don't know. There's so many KF94s. I can't stay on top of it. There's so many KF94s. So you know, that's a great question. I'll keep an eye out for them. But what I found consistently, KF94s. I've tested like 100 of them. They're all high performing in my test. And if you look at Lloyd's data, it shows in general the same trend. They're all really high performing, except he has a few random ones. So yeah. So maybe I'll test the Well Keeps. They're great. Did you say that better masks are pretty good to the stress rate? So that's a discussion about how long you can wear a mask. Check out my KF94. How long can you wear a KF94 K95 video? I cover a lot of that discussion about how long you can wear a mask. But in general, the filter media in a clean indoor environment, like an office or something like that, it can go a long time. My recommendation is 40 hours, or if the ear loops or the mask starts to lose its structure. So the ear loops stretch and the mask starts to lose structure. If it starts leaking, then it's not going to protect you. if I smell secondhand smoke through the mask, how bad is it? You can, so odors, some odors can be filtered, but in general, like cigarette smoke and other volatile organic compounds will go through the mask. They will not be filtered. They're too small in diameter. They're a single molecule. They have too much thermal energy or kinetic energy. Like, I guess what's the mean free path is too long for them. So I guess that would be like, thermal energy. Like basically they have too much energy and they will not stick to the filter media. You need something big enough that it will actually, with van der Waals forces, will stay attached to the media. So basically with gases, no, they don't filter gases. As far as reputable supply, in retails other than collect everyday email and be healthy, those are the best that I found. There are others. I emailed this company called KN Flax. They look like they're out of LA. They have some other carrying. They're offering some other KF94s. I emailed them like, hey, I want to, how are you getting these? Are you based in the U.S.? Tell me a little bit about you, and can I get some masks? They didn't reply back. So there might be more out there, but in general, here's my rule of thumb. If you're getting a KF94 and you can verify that it came from South Korea, they're importing it from South Korea, you bought it from G Market, whatever, it's good in my book. They're all, I have yet to find a fake one. Just if it ships from China and you have a KF94, probably not real. Any silicone reusable mask tested by you? So I did test the flow mask for the kids. It's a good mask. And then I'll test maybe when they get the flow, the newer version. But the elastomerics I like a lot. Don't get me wrong, I like elastomerics a lot. But my goal has been to educate people to get off of cloth to there. I think the latter is kind of like cloth, surgical, a couple rungs, KN95, KF94, and then another half a rung, N95. And then you get like N100, P100, elastomerics, and we're climbing the ladder, but the delta is getting smaller and they're getting more complex about the decision-making process. So what I'm trying to do is get people from cloth masks into their first respirator. That's always been my goal. I love elastomerics, but I'm just not going to get there on this channel. It would just become too crazy. And plus, a lot of people it just gets. Elastomerics are a very specific type of thing. If you like them, or if you like elastomerics, that's great. I think they're awesome for a lot of applications. Everyday beauty labs. I'm not sure what beauty labs is. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, thank you, YouTube Punk, for helping moderate. That's super awesome. I really appreciate that. Are the Dentex FN95 510s any good? I haven't tested any Dentex stuff. There probably are. I mean, I just haven't tested them. There's a lot of stuff I have not tested. All right, it is 9:38. It's bedtime for me. I got a super long day tomorrow at work and other stuff. So, anyways, I want to say thanks everyone for hanging around as usual. Wear a good mask. We'll get through this. Supplies will come back, I promise. Well, maybe. I shouldn't promise that, but hopefully the supplies come back. I don't know when I'll do the next live stream. These are always just for my data collection, so y'all know that I just do this for fun. And just I will try my best to make some short format videos when I get some time. I promise. I have never been busier in my life trying to balance so many things, and I feel like I'm failing in them all. So know that I'm aware of that. I know that y'all want to see a bunch of content, and I'll do my best to put it out there. But yeah. Blue slash, notice an issue with the melted naming forms holes in masks. I noticed, Matt, take a look if you actually can see. Normally they're a transparent window. I want to answer this because I've been seeing this question a lot, so I was going to leave, but I will answer this one for Blue slash. You can see light through them. They're usually transparent windows that are put on the mask. The names or other features they're transparent windows. If you can actually know for sure that there is air, that there's a hole there, then you need to let the manufacturer know right away, because then that's not a functional mask and that hole will leak. But there are windows put on these masks very often. They basically seam they melt all the plastic together, and so it makes a window. And like a window, it is transparent to light, but air cannot go through it. So I just think that's a very important point. I know a lot of people are new to masks and they see these transparent windows. Your particular point might be that there is a physical mechanical hole, like they punch through it or something like that. That can happen. So do check it out. If you see that, contact the manufacturer, let them know. That way they can let other people know. And they can recall that lot, because almost everyone all the good manufacturers put lot numbers on there, and they're doing a good job of trying to take care of people. And then if anything, you can shoot me on Twitter too. Hit a message on Twitter and let me know what you're seeing. We can tackle it that way. Anyways, that's all I got. Y'all have a great evening. We'll be back whenever I'm back, and I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm going to sleep. Thanks everybody. Have a good one.